Congressman Byron Donalds, Republican from Florida, joins me now. Good morning to you, Congressman. Do you think Republicans caved?
Actually, I do. There was no real need for us to make this move. Obviously, everybody knows where we are about to hit the debt ceiling. But the federal government takes in $320 billion a month. We can make the interest payments on the debt. We can make Social Security payments. We can make Medicare payments. And then Congress would actually have to, do its job and get to work and figure out how we're going to fund the rest of governmental activities. Making this move, even on a short-term basis, we frankly let the Democrats off the hook. That's my opinion.
So are you not very happy with Mitch McConnell this morning?
Not this morning, but I think the one thing we always have to remember is that in the background is that the Democrats are trying to pass this massive multi-trillion-dollar bill. And so I think that doing this move on the debt ceiling, in some respects, alleviates the pressure. I haven't talked to Senator McConnell. I don't know what his rationale was for the deal that he made, but I'm not the biggest fan this morning. I'll tell you that.
All right, let's move on to another issue. You say Democrats held a private meeting on the northern border. I mean, what did they do? Take a wrong turn at Albuquerque? What about the southern border?
They don't care about the southern border. Let's be very clear. If Democrats were concerned about the southern border, they'd be holding open hearings. They will be talking about kids in cages. They will be talking about the humanitarian crisis on the border. Oops, wait, sorry about that. That was President Trump. Under President Biden, they ignore all that. Look, the truth of the matter is they do not care about the border. They do not care about the humanitarian crisis that has been created. We had a closed hearing in the Oversight Committee because Representative Tlaib wanted to hold a hearing about immigration enforcement that she felt was racist that was happening in Michigan and what was happening at the northern border. So members of the committee are like, why are we even talking about the northern border? The northern border hasn't been a crisis anywhere, but that's what Democrats wanted to talk about. And the reason why it was done in a closed hearing is because everybody would have been literally beside themselves if we had an open hearing about immigration issues on the northern border while continuing to completely ignore the real problem, which is the southern border.
Exactly right. All right, last one for you, Congressman. College football stadiums, as we know, have been packed with tens of thousands of unmasked fans, and so far there hasn't been any COVID outbreaks. Do you think that proves it's safe to return to a normal life?
It's been safe to return to normal life for quite some time. Listen, vaccine rates in the United States are somewhere between 55 and 60% at this point. You could easily make the argument that at least 20% of the country already has natural immunity because they went through COVID-19 and have the necessary antibodies. You can see it on our airplanes. You can see it in college football games and stadiums where, frankly, young people have already gone back to life, despite what Joe Biden and Democrats might want to say. They've been in our clubs. They've been in our bars. They're at college football games. They have decided for themselves COVID is over. It's time for the politicians and big media to realize the same.
You know, Congressman, Florida has come in for a lot of criticism about essentially going in the opposite direction to states like New York and California. Do you think you've proven them wrong?
Absolutely. Look, in Florida, do we have a spike in Delta variant? Yes, we did. But we also have a governor who led in the appropriate way. He brought Regeneron treatments to our state before Joe Biden even knew what they were. He used them in our state. They have been incredibly effective. The other part is that we've been able to keep our economy running while also managing the pandemic, something that blue states have refused to figure out or even allow. That's why people have come to Florida, which is the free state in the United States of America. That's why small businesses continue to thrive here. That's why economic opportunities continue to thrive here, while also having better numbers with respect to COVID-19 than California or New York.
It's like a different planet, let alone a different world. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. Thank you.